Nittany Lions will kick it away to start us off. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. So the Wisconsin Badgers offense will get first crack at it today. This wide receiver matchup is one that we've been waiting to see. You have two guys on either side, Jesse, who are really going to make the secondaries nervous.
Oh, they should, because these guys can take the top off the defense. You've got two very dynamic individuals playing on each offense, and if I'm playing quarterback in this game for either team, I am going to take my shots and give my guy an opportunity, because both of these guys, David, have proven they can make circus-level catches.
I mean, when they're not open, they're open. I mean, they can make the dynamic catches.
Breaks into the open. Gets it past the first down marker and still running. And he was on his way. Gets it all the way to the 38. The Badgers, after exploding for that huge run, back to work. Got it behind the line. It's Hester. At the 20, he's got space. Defense makes the stop, but the chains move, and it's first and goal from the 8. And that big gainer on the last one has him ready to go from inside the 10. From the gun, he'll try to throw. Grabbed over the middle, it's Howard. Crisp execution in the passing game, and they've got it down to the 3. These fans raising the volume on second and goal. They'll try to run it in. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play. Third and goal, and let's see if they can even operate in this noise. Got his man quickly. Touchdown, Badger! Made the grab and then did the rest himself, and they put points on the board.
What a nice job by the offense. First drive of the game, they matriculated down the field, put themselves in a goal-to-go situation on third down. It's not going to be easy throwing it, but they win the matchup. Accurate throw, and they get paid.
The kickoff unit is out there, and boy, did that last drive quiet this crowd. On the run from inside his own 5. He was looking for more running room, but none to be found as he stopped at the 23. So the Penn State Nittany Lions offense will go to work for the first time. From the gun, they'll give it on the inside. Picks his way and gets 4 out to the 27.
And I kind of like how the running back didn't mess around. Like, just get downhill when you see an opening. A lot of times they close so fast, man. Be decisive, stick your foot in the ground, pick up 3 to 4, and we are not going to complain.
From the gun, running back on the move. Defense not budging. He's still able to get 2 to the 29.
And what's the closest guy to the football, man? It's those defensive tackles, and those guards and centers have to work together. They got to get those guys and get some movement. They don't on this play, and the big fella eats. Nowhere to go. When you run into him, you usually meet the ground.
Well, the defense watched film last week. They saw this running back catch multiple passes, and that hasn't been the case today. They are clamping down on him, always aware of him, especially in the passing game, and so far they've taken him away.
He'll move it up to the 37-yard line, and it'll be a first down. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. And the Nittany Lions have it with a 1st and 10. Looking to throw on first down. Quickly out to the tight end. Nice pickup there. Gets him the first down and sets him up at the 45-yard line.
Well, I know the tight end did some good things after the catch, but got to give the quarterback credit, too, for the location of the throw. Because he put it out in front of his big man, he was able to make the catch and accelerate, creating some distance there between him and the defense.
Fires to the big fella. Didn't pick up a lot there, moved it forward just a few. Got some of the work done on first. Now let's see what they have on second down. They'll try the run. And this one will be stopped for no gain.
It's hard to run on a defense that comes off the ball like that and runs to the football like that. Good luck. No holes anywhere.
He'll set up to throw. They're setting up the screen. On the move at the 30. And he got away from the defense and takes it in. Touchdown, Nittany Lions!
And how about the OC slipping in the screen pass? Try to mix it up, slow down that pass rush. Let it come up the field a little bit. Get it to your running back. Let him do the rest. Nice blocking, nice play call to throw in the screen and change it up a little bit and get the big touchdown.
They're set to kick it off. Do you think this crowd's going to get loud when their defense comes on the field? And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. And Wisconsin has its offense back on the field. Last drive went for 6. We'll see if they can do it again. They're going to open this drive with a pass. On the run, fires downfield. He misses his man. The accuracy just not what it needed to be on that play. Working well behind the sticks on second down. After the incompletion, they go back up top. Quickly to the tight end.
Nice route there by the tight end, making it real easy for his quarterback to find an easy completion.
Here comes the noise from this big crowd in Happy Valley on third down. From the gun, wants to pass. Intercepted, and the defense has set him up. That kind of play can really get you going, not only on defense, but a great field position for the O of the 37. All right, guys, so here's the offense back on the field again. Wants to throw on first down. Finds the tight end.
I tell you, I love the play call on first down here. You're just trying to find an easy completion, and the shortest throw on the field for the quarterback is finding your biggest target, and that's the tight end. Nice job.
They'll go back to the ground. There he goes. Big pickup on the ground here to keep this drive moving and give them a first down.
When the running back gets going and gets ahead of steam like that, it's so hard to get to the ground. That's why you blitz. That's why you bring pressure. That's why you bring more guys in the box so you can get him before he gets going. But once he got going, you could tell it was hard to get a hand on him, hard to get him to the ground.
Going to work in the red zone, they can't pick up the first down without getting it into the end zone. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield.
Defense is about firing off, hitting the offensive guys and staying in your gaps. Everybody knowing where they're supposed to be. You could tell the defense, everyone was right where they're supposed to be, nowhere to run.
Under fire. He took a hit as he threw it and couldn't deliver the football. It's incomplete and fourth down's coming. They'll send out the kicker to try to salvage this drive. It's good. He could have hit a string right in the middle of the uprights there. And with that, they've taken the lead.
And you want a touchdown and you want to be aggressive, but man, right down the middle, that obviously gives me some confidence down the road that I can trust this guy.
So after putting 3 on the board, the kickoff team is out there ready to put it away. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Here comes the Wisconsin offense to go back to work. We've had some early scores. They get the ball back, trailing by a field goal, 10-7. Hold and finds his man on the left. And he goes out of bounds after a nice pickup on that one. And the Badgers can really attack on this second and short. Back to pass. Get it out on the screen. They get him at the 42, but he picked up 10 there.
I just love quarterbacks that aren't greedy and that aren't always trying to throw the home run ball, right? Second down, you're in your own end of the field. The guy you want to throw to is not open. Just find the back. He'll go do something positive with it. This guy is a weapon, and you got to find him in the pass area.
And that play shows you really what this defense is about. It's a difficult difficult one to attack. They're really good. One of the best in the country. They come at you from all angles. So I'm interested to watch. How do you mix up the play calling? How do you keep the defense off balance? Because they are a good one.
A shot for the end zone. And it's incomplete, going for the massive explosive play instead. They're looking at a third down. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. They'll come to the line at the 42, facing a third and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Hauls it in. That's not quite going to be enough as they stop him 4 yards short of the marker. The Badgers will line up to punt it away. They'll have to boot it away for the first time tonight. First boot of the day is on its way. He was called on 3 times in that loss last week. The Nittany Lions going back to work on offense now. These teams putting up some early points, and now they have it back up 10-7. They go to the ground. They shut it down quickly, but he gets 2 out to the 18.
The big fella in the middle, man. Those defensive tackles, they go such a long way in deciding and really stopping the other team's run game. Just forcing contact with those guards and those centers, owning the line of scrimmage, and getting running backs on the ground.
Second down, they'll go to the air. It's complete to the right. Out across the 30 and out of bounds at the 33. And that's what you're looking for when you're backed up in your own territory. With the first down, they'll put it in play from the 33. Give to the running back. You'll take 4 yards on first down every time, 2nd and 6.
And that's a really nice play. It's impressive. When it's first down and the defense thinks you might be running a football, you still can line up. You can get some movement at the point of attack and find a little crease for your running back.
Back to pass on second down. Unloads to the wideout. He's got an open man. He puts him in business across the 50 into the 46-yard line. It'll be first down.
Great job by the quarterback thrown against zone coverage. You cannot telegraph where you're throwing the football. You cannot eyeball wide receivers. So great job by the quarterback using his eyes, not staring down.
It's picked off. 13th time he's done that this year. He managed a few yards on that return, but the bigger play was the fact that they forced the turnover. RPO complete to open the drive.
It's early in the game, and as offenses try to get their rhythm, these easy completions are very important because that's what helps you get your feet underneath you as an offense and as a unit. And hopefully, as this game goes on, they'll be able to rev up and get more aggressive taking shots.
Makes the grab. It's Howard. Oh, he's got some space. That's where they'll mark him down, but what a play there to pick up a first down. And the Badgers just got that huge run. They love another explosive play. with a gun. The running back has it. Wrestled down at the 8-yard line as they threaten deep in the red zone. It'll be second down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. The play-action fake. He's got it on the move. Touchdown, Wisconsin. A great catch and run for 6. Field shrinks, tight end grows. Big targets, big results.
I've never heard it put that way, but you're dang right. That guy is so big, a lot of times you get a DB matched up on him. He can just post him up. A linebacker, he can run by him. So that's why these tight ends are so dangerous down here in this red zone.
And the extra point is good, and it's a 4-point lead. Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
Guys, let's take a look at what's happening in a great top 25 matchup. USC is currently working from behind, but in front of a packed Coliseum, anything is possible. That fight song, those uniforms, momentum can change quickly. They're trailing by 10 to Iowa. We'll let you know if anything else comes out of Big Ten country from this one, guys.
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. Caught, and he's close to a first down on the nice pickup there. The Nittany Lions can play this second down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. Wants to go up top. And he got a hand in there, knocks it away, incomplete.
This defense is going to use this guy in a lot of different ways. You'll see him rush the passer. Obviously, he'll have his name called when the offense tries to run the football, but I love his coverage ability.
He's brought down, but it'll be enough for a first down.
And that's got to feel good if you're the offense, because third down has been a bit of a problem all season long, but you love the way they're executing at this point, finding ways to keep the chains moving.
And he runs through one tackle and picks up a few.
And winning first downs is a priority for a defense, and you can't get bludgeoned. You can't get physically beat at the point of attack. You know the percentages. It's usually pretty good on first down that they're going to run the football. So them getting that big chunk, getting in second and short, not a good job by this defense.
We have the early makings of a quarterback duel, as these stats will show you. They've switched into the field, and we're ready to get things started here in the second. So they'll go back to work after changing into the field. Wants to throw on first down off the play fake. Quarterback feeling that pressure, and he's knocked down at the 42.
Nice job getting to the QB there. The best Wisconsin defenses always seem to have a game breaker and a difference maker. This guy can be that for this unit. But we think back to the Watt brothers, right? TJ, JJ, nobody could block those guys one-on-one, and they just ruined coordinators' game plans offensively.
7th play of the drive coming up, but a long way to go on third down. Caught over the middle. It's Ramsey. And they'll stop him about 5 yards short of the first. The Nittany Lions will try to convert on fourth down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Gets it out fast. They knock him down. to the line with a fresh set of downs. Looking downfield on first down. Gets it to him on the screen. No sirree, not this time. The defense was there and ready for that one. The Nittany Lions with a long way to go after the loss on the last play. And that pass will be jarred loose on second down. That brings up third down. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. They've methodically worked it down the field. This the 11th play of the drive, but the defense can get off the field now. He unleashes a long one. And it slips through his fingers, incomplete. That would have been a huge gain if he could have held on. And here comes the field goal unit for the second time tonight. This is going to have to be unleashed from 54 yards out. And that is no good. And it is still a 4-point deficit. Okay, here comes the Wisconsin offense onto the field. They stuck the last drive in the end zone. They'll try to follow suit here. Quick strike complete. Defense on skates that time. They finally drag him down at the 42. A productive play is one that gets you at least halfway to another first down here on 1st and 10. He's going to lose a yard on that one. So first down didn't exactly go according to plan. Let's see what they can dial up on second down.
Reese, I got him right where I'm at. Okay, I'm going to throw the football. Now I can get back in shotgun. Let's forget the running game stuff. We're going to play a little pitch and catch and see how good that secondary is.
The decibel meter's about to explode. One of the great environments. Wide out level noise. A quick completion to the left, looking for the first down. They make the stop about 4 yards short of the first down. And they're going to head out to line up for a field goal. This crowd trying to do its part to get inside the kicker's head. The official says no good. After the miss, the lead is still 4.
And sometimes I just feel like 4th down, man. Just go for it every time. Like the field goal, miss, make, rate. And listen, kickers have improved the last couple of years, but we left some points off the scoreboard there.
Penn State sends the offense back onto the field. To the ground with the back. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender.
That's a really good job by the defense, wrapping them up, getting them on the ground, take away that run game, make them one-dimensional, put them in passing situations. Really good job by the defense.
Makes the grab. They make the stop, and he'll have enough yardage for a first down.
That had to be a coverage bust because there is no way one of the best receivers in the country was that wide open. Somebody on defense wasn't where they were supposed to be. They had their eyes in the wrong place. That should not happen ever.
Throws to the tight end. Working that left side. Defense needs to regroup as he gets it down to the 26.
I know it's something we take for granted, guys, but the Q did a great job there with the play-action fake. He really took his time and sold it. And that's what froze the linebackers in the second level of the defense to help make that completion a whole lot easier.
And those two couldn't make the connection. It's an incomplete pass. Try to make up for some of that lost ground on second down. Looking to fire. Excellent coverage and good use of the hands to knock it away.
Yeah, and great job by the linebacker understanding what to do in zone coverage. I drop, I take my steps. When that quarterback's feet get set, my feet get set. I break on the football. Nice break.
Just flying through the air like a superhero to make the grab. And the Nittany Lions are threatening on first and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. He'll be brought down at the 5-yard line, and this defense is on its heels. Now on second and goal. He'll run it to the middle, looking for the end zone. And he got nothing, and the line of scrimmage is still the 5-yard
That's a frustrating play when you go in reverse near the goal line. Goal-to-go situations, Palmer. You got to get those positive yards. You can't go backwards if you're trying to get a touchdown.
You know, I'm trusting in my quarterback here to make the right decision. Looks like we're going to have to throw it, right? But if it's not open, just throw this thing away. You don't want to take a sack, lose extra yardage here. Just be smart with the football.
Now a one-point game, 14-13. They were able to get a field goal on the board, and now they'll kick it away.
Man, so many more times we're going to say, go for it, be aggressive. Nice to have a guy you can depend on, and you know you're putting 3 on the board. Nice kick, nice job.
And Wisconsin has its offense back on the field. Last drive ended after a long missed field goal, and they have it back ready to go to work. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage. They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. Back to pass. Catch in the middle. It's Hester.
And I love when my quarterback sees zone and knows exactly where to go with the football. Sees the wide receiver running the drag route, knows when to throw it, pulls the trigger for the easy completion.
He'll sneak it. Got enough for the first.
And David, on 3rd and inches right there, that's often a decision the quarterback predetermines. Who's my best guard? That's the guy I'm going to try to get behind.
And I know that defensively, too, but I'm just trying to dive and create a pile, but it's so hard to stop that play. That's why you see it ran so successfully.
Brings him down at the 48. It's a gain of 15 and a first down. The Badgers are rolling down the field. Wants to go up top on first down. Quickly complete. And the defense had that one well covered. Just a short gain there.
And these quarterbacks have to really trust their wide receivers that they're going to be disciplined and run to the right route when they're throwing that ball to the outside like that, because those corners are sitting there on the inside, and the worst thing that could happen is to miss inside and that cornerback be going the other direction.
All the way down to the 27-yard line before they get him out of bounds, and this offense is threatening. Looking to throw on first down. They'll run the screen. And he never had a chance. As soon as he caught it, the defense was right there.
And those screen passes, I want those defensive linemen to run right up the field, and I want to throw it right over their head where I got some space and I can get my running back going. That is the opposite of what happened right there.
Makes the grab. And he's knocked down, but there's also laundry on the field. We'll see what the officials have called. They had the first down before that penalty backed them up, and now they'll snap it on 2nd down. And now on 2nd down for this offense. Trying play action. Works the middle. And there might have been trouble if they hadn't gotten to him immediately. I thought white noise was supposed to be relaxing. This is deafening on 3rd down. They'll take this lead to the 2-minute timeout and see if they can tack on a little more before the break. You have to wonder, after missing a field goal on the last drive, how are they going to play this 3rd down? There's the pressure. And the quarterback runs out of time, and down he goes at the 38. And the Badgers line up to punt it away. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. Wanted to make sure not to give them a chance for a return as it goes out of bounds. The Nittany Lions going back to work on offense now. Always good to get points on a drive, David, but chip shot field goals can leave you a little empty.
Yeah, I think it's great to get points, but the great teams get touchdowns in the red area. You got to get out there this time and execute a little better on this drive.
You're absolutely right, David. Generally, the best red zone offenses are the ones that run the ball the best. So let's see if they can be a little bit more physical on this drive.
Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on 2nd down. Grabbed in the middle. It's Rooks. Timeout is called, and it's the defense wanting to make sure that everyone's on the same page for this big down.
Man, and we're seeing the tight end used more and more in the passing game. You see him moving inside. You see him moving outside. You see him moving in the box to block people. So here they put him in the slot and just have a nice little pitch and catch session.
They'll make the stop about a yard short of the first down.
One of the things I love about this defense is they just have such great awareness, and they're always communicating. They understood the down and distance. They knew exactly what they needed to do to make the tackle to force the punt. That is so well done.
Tries to slither forward on the sneak. Will not get there. A fourth down stop. Here comes the Wisconsin offense to go back to work. This offense has it with really good field position. Grabbed behind the line. It's Hester. Headed to the end zone. Touchdown, Badger. And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house.
And they trust their QB to execute like they have the whole first half, and he delivers, and they build on this lead and build their momentum going into halftime.
And the extra point was good to finish things off. They got the late touchdown on the board, now about to kick it away and hoping the defense can keep them from answering. He'll start the return inside his 5. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. Penn State sends the offense back onto the field. So late in the half, this is really an opportunity, David, maybe to swing the momentum in their favor.
Dang right. There's no time to be concerned. If we're a little bit down, listen, I just think this is a point with the offense that they can prove. Like, we're here, we're going to create something now that we can build on in the second half.
Coach said all week he wanted to be aggressive. This is a great opportunity to show that right now. At the end of the first half, try and generate some momentum.
He lets it fly. Picked off, and they ruin an early drive with the turnover. Going the other way, and he's got room. And they make the play and make sure there's not any scoring opportunity right here before the end of the half. This late in the half, here's the question. How aggressive will the play calling be? They'll start this drive going to the air. Intercepted. A first half turnover can swing momentum. And they come up with a big play to make sure no more points go on the board before the end of the half.
I'll tell you something. In college football, you're lucky if you get 2 interceptions in a season. This guy now has 2 interceptions. In the first half of this game, he's been reading the quarterback's eyes, and he has been everywhere. An absolute ball hawk.
Oh, he's going to try to get it all here. Oh, he dropped it. That deep ball was right on the money. You just have to make that catch.
Well, the receiver was double covered on that play, and I don't know if the decision by the QB had to do with the pressure. Because he was hurried, he just had to get rid of that faster than he wanted.
Going for the big play. It's incomplete, and they tried to get one on the board before the break and couldn't quite make the connection. That's the end of the second quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin in our halftime update.
Guys, one of the best environments in the game, and Happy Valley has given us a fun first half. And this has just been a passing clinic, really, by both offenses. They've effectively stretched these defenses, forcing the secondaries to cover every blade of grass, and they've still racked up big plays. Man or zone, pick your poison, or lay some blame at the feet of those pass rushers who can't do anything against the maulers on that offensive line. With that said, let's send it back to the guys in State College, PA.
The Badgers will kick it off to start the second half. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. The Nittany Lions going back to work on offense now. Tight game as we start the third quarter, and we'll see what type of adjustments they made at halftime.
And getting the ball first here, I think, is such a big deal. Like, I get the first chance to make a statement, to make the adjustments, to create some momentum for my squad right here in the third quarter.
Yeah, I think it's so important for this offense to set the tone here early in the second half, to get a nice drive going, build that confidence, and get your defense ready to come on out, get a stop, and change the complexity of this game.
Not many receivers like to get hit. They just don't, okay? They're prima donnas. That's what they are. That's who they are. Nice job by the defender. You could tell he was catching the football. He was going to put a hit on him to make sure he had to think about something later, and you could see the ball pop out and fall to the ground.
And the pass is incomplete, jarred loose by the hit.
This defense has a lot of speed, especially in the secondary, and you saw that speed. That defender got to that receiver so quick, and because of the hit, incomplete pass.
On 3rd and long, he has to throw for it. Fires to the wideout. And he throws another interception, his 3rd one of the night. Good gain on the return, and this defense has set them up with a big play. Okay, here comes the Wisconsin offense onto the field. Looking for a physical attack from the gun. Got some room to run. Here comes 2nd down, and this crowd is turning it up a notch. Reads it, fires complete. Made a defender miss. Gets out of bounds after the big play, and they'll be set up in business with a 1st and goal. You can work your way down the field with these wide receiver screens, but also look for the opportunity to turn them into chunk plays later.
No doubt, you throw it quickly. You get it to him now. DB comes up, has to make a tackle. Now you fake it maybe a little bit later on. So these plays, they're not huge plays all the time, but they can set up.
Touchdown, Wisconsin! And they take it in for 6 more points. Man, for the love of Tolzien and Stocco, what a day this guy's having.
And I think everybody gets the label as a Wisconsin quarterback as game manager. I think he's tired of hearing that. He said, listen, give me the rock, I'll spin it around, make some big plays, and he's putting on a show today.
They'll try to add another to their lead. And the extra point splits the upright, just 28. let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
Guys, let's recap that Pac-12 matchup that just went final moments ago. Utah State pulled into town on a mission, and they're hightailing it out of here with a huge win. The Aggies were clicking in every phase of the game, and the results speak for themselves. Pac-12 football at its finest, gentlemen. Just when you think you have things figured out, a game like this happens.
Yeah, how about that? Sounds as if they had a good ball game there. Kevin, thanks for the update.
Well, you can see the frustration on this guy's face. He's one of the best receivers in college football, and they knew coming into this game that he had to get touches, but you can't say enough about how good this defense has been defending him. They've always had an answer, whether it's single coverage, double coverage, man or zone. They have not let him go off, and that's a big reason why they're winning this game.
Guys, this offense is already reeling down multiple possessions. Really need to cash in on this drive. Trying to move the sticks on third down through the air. Oh, did he find a hole in the defense? Defense caught out of position, and they get him down finally at the 38. The Nittany Lions will snap it on 1st and 10. From the gun. Give on the inside. Tackle is made at the 27. Let's give him 10 yards on the play, and it is enough for a 1st down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. From the shotgun, they'll run it. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
Stopping the run is very high on every defensive coordinator's list. Making the team one-dimensional. Nice job stuffing the run on that play right there.
He picks up 4. That'll leave them with 3rd and 6.
You know, I really like this QB running the football because I know he's got a lot of speed, but he's not the biggest guy in the world. So he's not going to be able to break a lot of tackles. You really got to do a good job of trying to scheme ways to get him out in more space.
Quite a bit of work to do on 3rd down from the 23, and this D would love to force a field goal try. Makes the grab. That'll be enough for a 1st down, and they've got it at the 16-yard line. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. They've moved to the 16. It's 1st and 10. They're in the red zone, and they'll pass it. And he was hit just as he was releasing the pass, and it falls to the ground incomplete.
And the defense at this point understands that the offense is going to have to try to throw the football, all right? They already got a lead, so they're now pinning their ears back and getting after this guy, trying to get him to the ground.
He'll try it again on 2nd and 10. Fires into the end zone. Had it in his hands for the score and let it fall to the turf. It'll be 3rd down.
Well, nice job by the defense here in back-to-back plays. 2 straight incompletions. You've given up some yards, and the opponent's in field goal range. This is a place a lot of D coordinators like to send the blitz, because if you sack the quarterback and create a negative play, you knock them out of field goal range.
They'll try to salvage a field goal on this drive, and he'll try to knock it through from 33 yards out. It's good. He hit that one right down the middle. They're hanging around here. Leads down to 12.
And that's not the way they wanted to end the drive, but nice job being ready and your field goal kicker coming through and putting 3 points on the board.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. And Wisconsin has its offense back on the field. With the last drive in for a touchdown, they'll try to do it again on this one. They'll run the RPO and fire to the right. And the big fella couldn't elude the quarterback who makes a sure tackle. And the Badgers in a good spot here with 2nd and short. Wants to go up top. Grab behind the line. It's Gray. The defense wouldn't let him loose, and even though it's a completion, they lost yardage. These old girders are rocking on 3rd down here at Beaver Stadium. And that's incomplete. A defender all over him. Knocked the ball to the ground. 4th down coming up. The Badgers daring punt return man. He's not going to settle for the fair catch. A solid return gets a little bit of ground for the offense. Off the play fake on first down to throw. Looking to the big tight end. And the physical play there forces the incompletion on first down. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Plenty of work to do here on second and long. Couldn't connect on first down, now back to the air. Firing to the right, complete. At the 35, he's open. All the way down to the 27-yard line before they get him out of bounds, and this offense is threatening. They've got it inside the 30 at the 28, first down. To the air on first down. Hit hard just as he released it on first down and just couldn't get it to the receiver. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. What will they dial up on second and a long way to go? Making side adjustments here. They'll go to work in the air on second down. Got it in the middle. It's Roach. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there and still a little ground to cover to pick up the first.
Well, you hear all the time that the tight end's the QB's best friend. You saw a perfect example of it on that last play, right? Second down, you need to pick up some positive yards to keep this third down manageable. Really nice job of executing that.
Oh, they're after him. Pass rush coming after the quarterback, and they get him at the 32. This field goal unit getting some serious run. They've already been out there 3 times. The kicker will try it again. He's going to try to knock one through from 49 yards away. And he missed it. No good. After the missed field goal, it is still a 12-point game. Here comes the Wisconsin offense to go back to work. They missed an opportunity to extend this lead. The last, turning it on. Really nice pickup there as they have it out to the 44 with a first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Play action on first down. And he bats it away. It falls incomplete.
Well, on that last deep shot, it looked to me like the quarterback probably forced that ball into coverage. But can you really blame him, guys? I mean, these two have already hooked up for 2 touchdowns in the game. If I'm him, I'm thinking the same thing. Even when he's covered, he's open. He's shown the ability to climb the ladder and make contested catches. So I don't mind him taking another shot there.
Here comes this home crowd as the defense tries to get off the field on third down. Quickly complete. They convert on third down as he gets it to the 46-yard line. And the Badgers are flying down the field. Wants to keep it in the air. Using the quick game. Good execution. They move the sticks, and they've got it at the 33. The Badgers come to the line with a new set of downs. Off the play fake on first down. And this will be incomplete. A big hit there forces second down.
That's what I'm talking about. That is how you close. And when a guy's going to make a catch, you make sure he doesn't make it. Physicality, using your pads, running through him. And guess what? Not only this play does he feel it, next time he tries to go over the middle or feels footsteps, this will pay dividends.
On third down, he drops to throw. Unleashes one deep. And they couldn't connect on the deep shot. Let's see if things get worse. There's a flag on the field. Which way is this going to go? Amazing how many times an offensive holding penalty will stall a drive. We'll see if the offense can overcome it. On 3rd and long, doesn't need to take the check down. Catch in the middle, it's Hester. He almost picked up the first down on that one, but he'll be just a little bit short. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. So the offense is going to go for it on 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Makes the grab, got the conversion, and still going. That'll be enough for the first down, and now they've got it at the 15-yard line. And the Badgers look to do some damage in the red zone. They're threatening to score, and they'll throw it. Got it in the middle, it's Howard. They'll get it down to the 8-yard line on that throw and catch, and the defense is backed up against the wall. Got his man on the right. Touchdown, Badger! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house. This game must be moving so slowly for this quarterback. He sees everything 2 or 3 beats ahead.
Way ahead. I mean, it's been really, really easy. I better get some more hits on him. I better do something to make him feel uncomfortable. Because right now, it's just like, oh, you're running that? Yeah, that's easy. I mean, he's already read your mail. You better change the address, do something different.
We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
Hey, guys, just wanted to give you a quick update on a game happening in the SEC. Kentucky has the lead right now. Feels like it's been this way since the players took the pregame catwalk. But this has been a very close game. They're up by 11 over Auburn. Just another week of SEC football where we've come to expect the unexpected, fellas.
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us. Now on the move. Got the first down and still on his feet. And he surges up to the 36-yard line, and they'll move the chain. 1st and 10 for the offense. From the gun, they'll try to impose their running game. They can rely on this guy to pick up solid yardage when they need it, and he's out to the 43. The Nittany Lions with myriad options after that big pickup on 1st down. They'll run play action. And that's going to fall to the ground incomplete. That was a physical matchup there. 3rd down coming.
Hey, man, if you're going to force incompletions when the QB's thrown to the tight end, you better be physical. Nice job with the hit, forcing that incompletion.
He'll throw on 3rd down. Grab near the marker. It's Ruggs. He steps out of bounds, but it will be enough for a 1st down.
Well, the defense just needs to do a better job on that critical situation. That was a golden opportunity to get off the field, but the quarterback and receiver, they were just better on that one. Nice throw. Nice job by the receiver getting his feet in bounds.
That's caught. It's Ruggs. And he'll make his way out of bounds after the solid pickup. The Nittany Lions with a 2nd and short to keep this drive moving. Grab near the marker. It's Ruggs. All the way down to the 27-yard line before they get him out of bounds, and this offense is threatening.
That's just a very easy, comfortable throw for the quarterback. He knows he has his big target, the tight end, running across the field on the drag. Nice play.
Use the play fake. Now to throw. He's got it. He found his man and zipped it in there, and they've got a 1st down in the red zone at the 11. Now the play fake. Got his man. They get him on the ground, and that'll be the final play of this 3rd period. And talk about spreading the ball around. Everyone getting a chance to show off the hands based on the number of targets we've seen. It'll be 2nd down as we open the final the shotgun. They go to the ground. And he is stopped, not getting close to the end zone. Line of scrimmage still at the 3. Boy, they'd love to pick up this conversion and go to work with a 1st and goal. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Penn State! Now they'll line up for what they hope is automatic.
And I like the running back's vision. He sees the hole, explodes through it. He knows where the goal line is, gets in the end zone, gets 6.
They're set to kick it off, and this crowd now ready to get behind them. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Okay, here comes the Wisconsin offense onto the field. They saw what happened on that last scoring drive, and now probably feeling a little bit of heat to answer. Runs ahead and powers his way for 4 yards out to the 30. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Halfway there on 1st down, it's 2nd and 5. Quick completion to the right. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. Here comes the noise from this big crowd in Happy Valley on 3rd down. From the gun, wants to pass. Snagged in the middle, it's Howard. Love to see these 3rd down conversions on offense, and they're out to their own 39-yard line. The Badgers have it with a 1st and 10. Caught behind the line, it's Howard. And just a short, safe pass play, they pick up a few. Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on 2nd down. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face 3rd down. Trying to pick up a 1st down. Wants to throw again. Grabbed over the middle. It's Gray. Doesn't quite make it to the 1st down marker. He's a yard short. And the Badgers will send out the punt unit. He's getting a lot of work. 4th time he's punted tonight. He'll field the punt and see what he can get. And he's going to get it up to about the 29-yard line before he's brought down. Penn State sends the offense back onto the field. Things have not gone the way they planned, but maybe an opportunity to salvage this bumpy ride so far and avoid the upset. Got his man downfield. Wide open spaces. A huge gain on that one before he ran out of bounds, and he has the 1st down.
Well, these two have been absolutely unstoppable in this game, and it just feels like every time this guy drops back to throw, he's throwing it to one guy and one guy only. The defense cannot stop him. He has been a matchup nightmare all game long.
On target to the left. They make the stop, but there is a flag on the field. We'll see what that's all about.
Offside. Defense.
So the offense, more than happy with the result of the play, will decline the penalty. The Nittany Lions have it in scoring position on 1st and goal. Takes a snap, wants to throw. Looking to get it in. They've got it down to the 3-yard line. Really well done on that throw and catch.
The offense trying to throw it there quickly down close to the goal line. Nice job by the defense tackling the catch.
2nd down, they'll go to the air. Going to try to pop one on the screen. Touchdown, Nittany Lions! Haul that baby in and then stroll into the end zone for the score.
Man, it's not an accident. They're featuring this.
And let's hold on just a minute here as the officials are going to have a second look. So after reviewing the undisputable video evidence, the replay booth has decided to overturn the call. If they can get it in here, we could have a thrilling end to this game. It is 3rd and goal. He'll keep it on the sneak. He did not make it. A stone wall on 3rd down.
Well, and he gets stuffed on that QB sneak. He's just not doing a really good job of reading the crease and finding a little space to come.
Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Penn State.
You know, this offense knew coming into the season it was so important for this guy to stay healthy. They needed him week in, week out because he plays at such a high level, and he's showing it here. That last carry was his 10th rushing touchdown of the season.
He'll try to tack on one more. And it's up and good as they draw just a touch closer. Now to make sure this kickoff team covers it well and not give back that last score. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. And Wisconsin has its offense back on the field. These guys come out feeling some game pressure. Things have tightened up, and they punted it last time they had it. That, friends, is a busted play. Incomplete. They're dealing with a second and long. Just a short pass to the tight end. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there. Still a bit short of the first down.
You know, tight ends are such matchup nightmares and problems for defense. They're too big for DBs to cover, and they're too fast for linebackers to cover. You saw it right there.
Bringing the heat. And here comes the heat, and they get home, and they get him at the 21.
That defender is a matchup nightmare for any offensive lineman. He's got athleticism, he's got length, he's got flexibility. You put it all on display on that side.
Yet another punt on the way. Got to make sure that hamstring stays loose. He's been busy. That's a perfect example of not settling for a fair catch. Pick up whatever yardage you can and help out the offense. The Nittany Lions going back to work on offense now. Not the day they had hoped to have, but when you are a ranked team, you are going to get everyone's best shot. And now let's see if they can pull this one out. Throws for the tight end. And he had it for a second, but it just dribbled out of his hands.
And the defense catches a break on that one. And this guy's not a superstar, but he's pretty dang reliable. And we talked to them about this guy. Like, he's kind of the security blanket for the quarter.
Gonna take a shot. And they wanted it all on that incomplete pass. Instead, they're looking at third down. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Now facing a third and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Throws to the wideout. Another incompletion on third down.
That's one thing this defense takes a lot of pride on. They like tackling the catch, and they like being around the ball. That time, he was in proximity to knock that thing loose. Nice physical play.
Puts a boot to it. Didn't see a lot of him in that loss last week. Only called on twice. And they'll get him down after the return at the 27-yard line. Here comes the Wisconsin offense to go back to work. They didn't get much done the last time they had it. Had to punt it away from deep in their own territory, hoping this drive will be more productive. Still on his feet at the 40. Breaks into the open. They'll finally put the brakes on him at the 3. A big throw, catch and run on that one.
What a great play call offensively. Taking the shot, you flip the field, and now you better get those red zone play calls ready and dialed up.
And this offense not only has a chance to extend the lead on first and goal, but they can also drain the clock. They'll try to get it in with the run. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Wisconsin. As they push that lead out, a really good opportunity to get back in the win column.
And, man, it's nice to have an offense that can strike immediately. They can put fear in defenses, make big plays, and you see it, man. They can add to the lead. They can build a lead quickly because they have this ability to put points on the board quickly.
And with the extra point, the lead is a dozen here in the fourth. And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
Hey, guys, let's take a look at what's happening in a great top 25 matchup. USC is on the wrong end of a steel-toed boot today. This is one of those performances we simply don't see from the men of Troy. Embarrassing. They're trailing by 16 to Iowa. Your boy KC has you covered here in studio, guys, in case anything changes in this Big Ten battle.
Thanks for the update on that one, Kevin. Let us know when it goes final. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. And the Nittany Lions can really attack on this second and short. Swings it out to the flat. He is stopped behind the line of scrimmage. They'll lose yards on that one.
Love the play by the defense. They just did a good job understanding where the running back was on that play. After the catch, they're able to make the tackle right away, and now they've set up third down.
Pucks it out of the air. And he gets it done on third down. They move the chains, and they'll mark it at the 44.
Well, down 2 possessions. Good news is you get the completion. Bad news, though, did not get out of bounds. You know right now, saving the clock. That is at a premium for this offense.
Off the play fake on first down to throw. Wide open downfield. They ripped off a big one, and they get it down to the 27.
And this defense has really done a good job containing this superstar quarterback. But now it's the big-time moment. In the fourth quarter, you know the ball is going to be in his hands. Got to get to him. Got to ruffle his feathers, hit him a few times, make him feel uncomfortable.
Here comes the offense on second down. Looking to fire. Steps to his left, out of the pocket. He gets the job done, picking up the first down, then getting down.
Well, I think you're starting to see some examples of why this guy is inexperienced in a freshman quarterback, right? Obviously, he's thrown a couple picks earlier in the game. That scramble right there.
Touchdown, Nittany Lions! Made the grab in the end zone for the score.
Well, the defense is going to have to find an answer for this tight end down in the end zone. You cannot allow that guy that much space.
And they did tack on that extra point with no problem. That is an efficient drive. 7 plays, 75 yards. They're ready to kick it away, and this crowd is buzzing after that last score. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Okay, here comes the Wisconsin offense onto the field. Now the offense will try to run off the clock with the lead. Motion from the back. They're going to throw it to start the drive. Flips it out to the back. This freshman makes the stop after a short gain.
And listen, I know that wasn't a huge gain. It was positive, but I like doing more of that in today's college football. I'm just going to try to give my playmakers a chance to do damage in space away from all the big boys inside.
And they'll wrestle him to the ground after a short gain. The decibel meter's about to explode. One of the great environments. Wide out level noise. Pocket breaking down. Oh, and he took a shot as he threw that one away.
Quarterbacks talk about it all the time. They love the clean pocket where they can step up and throw the football. That is not what they had. Nice job by the defense, beating the offensive line, disrupting the timing, and getting a nice clean hit on the quarterback.
And the punt team able to smack him to the ground. Penn State sends the offense back onto the field. First play of this drive will start from the 31-yard line. Got his man. And a good job of coverage by that defense, just a short pickup. A little bit more to go after that last completion. They'll try to pick it up on second down. Back to pass.
And that is perfect job by this defense. Like, you can give up those little small gains all the way down the field. The clock is your friend. You don't want to give up big plays. Don't want to give up those first downs, and just make that clock run.
Couldn't find his man last time, and that leaves him with a 3rd and 6. Oh, he just handled it poorly, and it's a fumble. Defense swarming on that loop. It'll be a turnover. The coach wants the officials to have another look at the monitor. Using a timeout here, thinks the call is going to end up going his way. This coach wanted to be absolutely certain on a challenge. He was right. The previous play will be overturned. It's a one-score game late, and they've got to go for it on fourth down. They'll run for it. Dragged down, but they'll move the sticks for a first down.
And this is the part of the field where it starts to be even more clear, right? I'm not backed up in my own territory. I'm getting towards midfield. 4th and inches. I can't get inches. I like my offense. I like their aggressiveness. I like the way they went and got the first down.
A deep throw as the clock winds down. And it falls in complete. But it could have been much, much worse as the defender was right there. Got to get everybody lined up quickly. Time winding away, and they've got to push the ball down the field. And the pass is incomplete thanks to a big hit.
And this is a big third down for this offense, man. I'm really interested to see how they attack, because this defense, you can tell, man, they're going to continue to play aggressive. Late in the football game, they want to get a stop, get the ball back to their offense. A good chess match going on right now.
He's going to come up a couple of yards short of the first down.
Man, this is such a hard situation. That clock is your enemy, and you've got to push the ball down the field, but you know the defense is dropping back, so you can take...
Big tight end makes the grab. First down, still on his feet. The offense takes a timeout with 30 seconds left. Not really a huge decision there. You don't want to give up the football at this juncture of the game, and they're able to keep the drive going.
You know, the head coach here obviously feels like punts and field goals are not going to get him back in it, so put this one on your quarter.
Throws toward the end zone. And it's his 4th interception of the night.
That's a tough deal for the offense, right? I mean, you're trailing, it's late in the game, you're having to throw the football, you're just trying to make something happen, and all gets away from the quarterback, ends up in the hands of a DB. Nice job by the defense.
Running out the clock seems to be a mere formality here as they are ready to snap it in victory formation. With yet another unranked team taking down a ranked opponent, does a portal help level this out a little bit?